time an Italian is going to coach the Brazilian national team. So obviously after this week or next week, he's going to give his farewell notice that he's going to leave Real Madrid. And Alonso will obviously come in as the replacement for Ancelotti. He has done well here. He's going to be the legend of the club and legend of the game. If he goes out to win maybe the World Cup next year, then he will be crowned his career with, I don't know, he's going to be one of the great, in fact, maybe if he wins the World Cup, he's going to be the greatest, one of the greatest managers that ever played the game or coached the game. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Vote Sports on Vote 104.3 FM. My name is Godwin, and today we're going to talk about Ancelotti. We're going to talk about the Serie A because Lookman scored yesterday. What a beautiful goal to win Roma in that encounter, 2-1. We're going to talk about the La Liga and the La Liga race and the Serie A and the Serie A race because in the weekend, Napoli dropped 2 points and Inter Milan closed that gap with 1 point. So we're going to talk about all that on the show. Good morning, John. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. A raining morning to you, football maniacs and sports lovers out there. Welcome to another exciting show. I can't wait to get into what we have to talk about today.
Good morning, also.
Well, good morning. Welcome to the show. The rain almost, I won't say almost though, but it's raining and the weather is it's confusing. You want to think like hot, but the weather is giving you cool. You just have to maintain your steez and just be calm because it's supposed to be a hot morning in this studio.
Okay, it's raining here in Nugu. If you're joining us on YouTube live here in Coal City, it's been raining since early hours of today, so everywhere it's chilled. But we will still go out and collect our daily 2K now. That's why we did.
You don't go. You want sleep?
We did say we want to collect our own daily 2K. Okay, let's start with the yesterday's result. Let's talk about the Serie A first because game happened in the Serie A, and look, man, it was Atlanta versus Roma. And Atlanta won that game 2-1. And Lookman scored the first goal in that game. Good game for Atlanta. Good goal for Lookman to win that game 2-1.
No doubt, good game. Ademola Lookman has been sensational so far. You know, Atalanta haven't gone as far as they had wanted to go in Europe this season, but they've consolidated in the league. When you say somebody is rooted and tied down to third position, they are 8th, and a good win for them in the weekend. Nothing more to say.
Yesterday, so Lookman scored another goal for Atlanta. The rumors that he's going to leave. Yeah, the
Teams are looking for
if
him.
now you go and leave, you've done your best.
Yeah, maybe it depends on which club is coming for him.
Thank you. If it's any club lower than Atlanta, bro, stay where you are. But if it's a better club, why not?
There's rumors about Liverpool, rumors about Atletico. Madrid, Real Madrid as well. There were rumors about Real Madrid, but we're not sure how Real Madrid, because Real Madrid owner, they wait for a contract to expire, we know. But Atletico Madrid, there was rumors about him leaving, going for around Atletico. Liverpool, I think early this January, there was rumors about him going to Liverpool as well. So in case if Salah leaves, that's in case. But now Salah has a new contract, so that rumor has died down. So I think it's other clubs across Europe, you get, looking for him to sign him in, and I think the man who is going to Real Madrid wanted somebody to play off that position as well. But now he's going to Real Madrid, definitely Leverkusen will die that rumors coming from Germany about Leverkusen going for him will die down a little bit. But you look at his performance so far, Mr. African best, and this season he still tried to at least show that, okay, fine, I'm not done yet, I can still put up. But the general will say it like this: if the whole team is not scoring goals, I am trying my best to score goals, but we consider a lot because of injuries and all of those things. We'll know that yes, you won't force the man. He's done what he can do, and at some point he went up injury, and the coach put him on the bench. You get when that dispute about the thing about penalty or free kick it was said. So I think after that dispute, he was dropped to the bench for a little while, and we saw the results that without him.
I think that affected him.
We saw the result that without him, the team isn't him.
The coach made a statement. He has to come out and make a statement. It was, I think, part of that's what disrupted their season.
Yes.
They were doing well until that particular game happened. Then suddenly everything started changing for them.
One of the most terrible things that can happen to you as a footballer is when you get your momentum going and somebody comes in. Let's say Jesus now, you are scoring goal week in, week out, you're having fun, they are writing about you in the press, all of a sudden, injury from nowhere, or all of a sudden, you have beef with the manager or somebody else, and then you're on the bench. All that momentum tapers off, and nothing gets to players more than that mental game, that mindset game. Like, let me say, okay, no be only you there, come and sit down on the bench, we will see other people. It can affect a player, and so it's not good for him at
now,
all.
talking about Roma, Ranieri has done a very fantastic job.
Yeah,
Bros, well done. Because since December, in the Serie A, they've been unbeaten. It took them from where they were to where they are now. Since December, and Atlanta to break that record, I think stopping their unbeaten run, it's one of those things to say, okay, fine, this is great. But from December till this very moment, they've not lost a single game in the Serie A.
You have to give big kudos to Ranieri, because he didn't sign any new player when he was giving.
No. And let's say they lost a couple of games in the Coppa Italia, no problem. They lost in the Europa League, no wahala. I think in this area, when you go against, and the shocking one for me is the game against Inter Milan and Fiorentina. At that point, you say, oh, it's over. The unbeaten run will end. But Inter Milan went and gave them the 3 points. Fiorentina was hard fought. The game saved and was making saves until they got that long goal, and I just felt like this man has found a way. What I call that proverb, the dance of an old lady. You really forget that once you're good at the game, you always remember something that has your team winning. You get it. Just one thing for me, and kudos to Ranieri for doing that one. But now they're at the table. I think they're high up the table to go for the Continental next season.
On the table. So if they finish it, they play the Europa League next season. So they a good game for Atlanta, good game for Lookman getting that goal on our YouTube. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FN Sports, and Chuk saying good morning, Vote Sports. A good game for Lookman. Hope Barcelona gets him in the summer.
Barcelona
never fix their money problem.
Barcelona they find Rashford. Barcelona they find Lookman. Barcelona they find all the attackers in the world.
They are not buying anything.
They're not go buy nothing.
That Rafinha wing. And people will come take him. It's not possible in this life.
You know the worst part? Not be DSF being put now natural position. Now that Yama side he go come compete with Yama.
No, that left him go play. So
he plays from the right mostly.
But he plays even from Nigeria, he plays from the left. From Atlanta, he plays more from the left.
So if you look at him, he plays from, I think at Leipzig, Everton, he plays from the right.
Yeah,
no, for Inter Milan now, for Atlanta now still right in the play. And they play one striker and two behind the striker. The same formation, the same team they play. Two behind the striker, and he plays from the right, and Charles plays on the other side. He makes the switch sometimes.
He dominantly plays, even for Nigeria, he plays from the left. So
no
matter what, he play from the right, from the left, and still benching go chop. And bench when he go chop for Barcelona, he no go even come out there for like 1 year. Like he was rooted there, like he's not even going to see one. Because Fat is not even playing. Some of the players that are supposed to play are not playing. So, and they are looking to, last season was Nico Williams. They wanted to buy Nico Williams, Barcelona last season.
But their pocket no reach.
No reach, and Hansi Flick decided to see as
Nico brother advised against it.
Apart from the advice,
forget about advice against. You don't get money. You just come out and use and gaslight fans.
Almost when they signed, took them how many
months before they could register?
And Nico, they will come register again. So I think it's going to be interesting where Lookman goes next season. I don't think he's going to go to Barcelona, but I think England should be, because he has a score to settle in England. He didn't really do well in England. He did well in Leipzig. He did well. He
at Everton. At
Everton. I think there's one penalty that he missed that almost, in fact, he took them to relegation. Part of the thing that took them to relegation. I think he has a score to settle, but he needs to go to a bigger team, maybe Manchester United. But let's not go into that now. But good game for.
Don't think about it.
Good game for Lookman, and good game for Atlanta. Let's see. They are still third on the table. Let's see. They are probably going to play the Champions League for Atlanta, but let's see where Lookman will go next season. The other game that happened yesterday in the Serie A is Venezia beat Fiorentina 2-1. It was a surprising result for Venezia to get all 3 points. But let's talk about the title race in Serie A, because it's getting hot. At the weekend, Napoli drew 2-2 against Genoa. They dropped 2 points, and Inter went away to beat Torino 2-0. That's now the point is now 1 point. 1 point and 3 games to go. So it's still in Napoli's hand. 2 games to go. It's still in Napoli's hand, but it's going to be very interesting. If they win 2 games, they win the league. But the question, can they win the remaining 2 games?
That's the thing. It's going to be a tough one to see. Me, I'm just happy that Inter closed down that gap over the weekend. Like it got
So it
me
will be
over
so it's
the
going to be interesting. Last 2 games will
yes,
be
it
interesting.
will be
Yes.
an interest and it is going to be a close fourth one. And it's something that that should bring a lot of enjoyment for lovers of Serie A rather than just Inter sleeping up once and Napoli executing a 3-point gap. That was heartless, but it's fine. Let's see how the following 2 games are going to go and who finally finishes at the top.
Now, and also, if you look at the last 2 games of the season, Napoli will play. I think it's going to be interesting because Lazio, Inter has more. I won't say more interesting game. Inter will play Lazio on Sunday, and the final game for Inter they will go away to Como, Fabregas Como. So these 2 games are tricky for both them. For Napoli, they will go away to Parma, which is a winnable game for them, and they finish their league with Cagliari for the final game of the season. If you look at these 2 fixtures, obviously Inter has the more difficult because they're going to away to they're going to play Lazio and they're going to play Como. So very good teams.
The tricky fixture is the Lazio game. If
Yes,
they
it's
can
Lazio
win
game.
Lazio, they are in a better position
But
because
the problem is that Napoli just need to win their 2 games.
that's the thing too. Napoli need to win Parma away and then go and win Cagliari. Those 2 games. Inter have a harder draw because they have Lazio. Let's not forget that this is the Lazio with the likes of I think it's the Dele Bashiru and
rest. And they automatically dropped to the bench, and since then I think they've been on and off. So I'm not going to, but I think tie on points with Juventus in 5th and 4th and 5th now tie on points, but goal difference separates them and Juventus. Now look at the way Lazio has played this season. When they play against big teams, what has been their result? That's where my problem is. When they play against big teams, what has been their result? Now it's a battle of if I lose, I'll be topped by Roma, and perhaps I might not go to the Champions League, or perhaps I might not go to the Europa League. So they have a more I think they have a more fighting spirit in them to qualify for Europe next season, or perhaps with the more fight being Inter Milan side that fine, we want to go there because I remember Inter Milan trashing them earlier this season. So now who wants it the most? And for me, I feel like Inter Milan, because after that lead they had this season, they had to. It was I think from 8 points it dropped. The battle of if I go, you come back, you top me, I go within Inter and Napoli since the beginning of this season, and at some point Inter stayed up for a very long period. I felt like okay, fine, it's their season. You get doing it back to back. It was a good one for them, but they had to sleep again and allow Napoli go 3 points ahead of them. So with that 3 points ahead now, they've closed it down to 1 point. Now they are praying for miracle to happen somewhere else. If they've won that game, I think that game against Roma could have been the telling point for me.
The thing about football is that someone has to drop points somewhere. If everybody wins their games, everybody go win league.
Everybody go win league.
Nobody will go win league. So
but if everybody don't win their game, we and everybody don't win them because that all thanks to that result from Roma, they are in the 6th position now. They get and their fate is sealed. Europa, at least at all, Conference League will show next season.
Okay, let's see what happens in that league. It's going to be interesting. Who will finish top of the table is going to be interesting. So 2 games remaining for Inter and Napoli.
You know what's interesting now? What's interesting is all the players they reject for Premier League says not good enough. Now they want to go win Serie like this for Napoli.
Really?
The Billy Gilmore that's not good enough for Chelsea. The Scott McTominay that was not good enough for Man United. The Lukaku that was not scoring goals for Chelsea. These players are now going to the in their first season.
Let's see. At least Lukaku was at Inter. This is last 2 seasons.
He was at Inter. He came back to Chelsea, and it was SS.
He won with Inter too. So it's going to be interesting. Let's see what happens. If you look at the league table in the Serie A, Napoli is first after 36 games with 78 points. Inter is second with 77 points. Atlanta is third with 71 points, and Juventus are fourth with 64 points. These are Champions League. 5th and 6th is Lazio and Roma. Europa League and Bologna will finish in Conference League. AC Milan is 8th on the table with 60 points. If you look at the relegation teams, 18th is the Lecce with 28 points. Empoli is 28 points in 19th position, and Monza is rock bottom with 18 points. Probably they are going to relegate. But let's see how the title race will happen in the last 2 games for Napoli and Inter Milan.
There is still a battle between Juve and Lazio for who gets that final Champions League spot.
Yes, let's see. These final 2 games will decide who plays Champions League and who will win the league in the Serie A. Okay, let's move out to the La Liga. La Liga games happening today. Real Valladolid will face Girona 6 p.m. There are 3 games today. Real Sociedad will play Celta Vigo and Sevilla will play Las Palmas. Okay, let's get your prediction for these games because it's already settled that Barcelona is going to win the league in the La Liga because in a Clasico they beat Real Madrid 4 goals to 3. So it's now they're just looking for, I don't know what they're looking for, but
They have better head to head. They just need to secure 1 point.
they are going to win it. 7 points in 3 games remaining. But in today's game, before we talk about Ancelotti and Real Madrid's Ancelotti and what they need to do next season, let's get your prediction for this game. Real Sociedad versus Celta Vigo. What do you think will happen in that game? Who wins?
Sociedad winning.
Sociedad have not been winning games. This is just shouting Sociedad winning.
Sociedad winning.
They have not been winning games, and their guy
there's
is leaving
always-
for Arsenal next season.
There's always a turnaround moment. Sociedad winning this one.
Okay, now so who wins this one?
Celta.
Celta Vigo.
Because guy with us say if you go Liverpool, see where they win trophy, if you go there, say if they like the process of building, he will not choose to go Arsenal for the summer. I think we will continue to build. Because person like that trophy they fear, but they Ahoy
You don't already agree.
I know. I'm not saying he shouldn't agree, but I say Ahoy and assault trophy. So if he's going to Arsenal and he wants to play this one, he can as well lose this game as well. I don't really. The guy has. I think individually he's one of those DMs or one of those CDM that you say, okay, fine, he can play in that back he can be that rock behind or in front of those what's it called, defenders, and perhaps make those forward passes. At least he makes more forward passes than Jorginho. So for me, it's the bonus. Is an added bonus than Jorginho for me in the side. But I feel like this guy playing this side, he should go to a team that wins trophies, not a team that builds.
Okay, let's see what happens with him. He's obviously going to move to Arsenal, but for that game, okay, let's see what happens in that game today. Let's talk about Real Madrid and Ancelotti. Ancelotti is going to leave Real Madrid. He's going to take over the Brazilian national team. It's going to be the first time a non-Brazilian will take over the national team for Brazil. It's an interesting thing, but I think he has done well with Real Madrid. I think his time is about 70 plus. It's time for him to probably, this national team games, he's just come in, coach for maybe 2 games, train and coach for maybe about 3 weeks and play a game and disappear for 4 months with you and go enjoy your time with your family. And I think he has earned that, and Brazil is a good way to retire.
No doubt he's earned it. If you talk about one of the most successful coaches across all the top 5 leagues in Europe, you have to put him in that conversation, and he's done well for himself. Now, talking about Brazil, they say if you want to get what you've not gotten before, you have to do what you've not done before, and appointing Ancelotti is a very good one for them because they haven't done it. Go ahead and do it and see what's going to come out of it. And this is somebody, like, if you were any other coach out there, I would say you're taking a big gamble. Like Argentina took a big gamble when they brought in Scaloni on. Everybody was saying that he's too young, he's too this, he's too that. He's proven himself with a couple of World Cups and other titles. So I think he's proven himself. Ancelotti has already done it. Nobody will say that he's going to come here. And my only worry is, are we going to see a tactical Brazil, or are we going to see a do whatever you like of so,
Okay, now so what do you make of that? Him taking over the Brazil national team, I think it's a good way for him to retire.
Wasting players, they fear, and a manager will sabi give instruction for dressing room, but allow you to your own now. Enjoy yourself on the field. You do your thing on the field. You're smart on the field. You make your own decisions when you're on that play field. But outside the play field, in the dressing room, he's the man in control. So in training, you see him give instructions, set up a team the way they want to set up in training. But within the 90 minutes, once the training is like making a plan. The training section, the dressing room talk is making the plan. But once you're on that field, throw away the plan and do something that'll get us the result. I think that's the kind of manager he is. We've seen him. What's it called now? How would I say it? He don't create new formation. I think his first stint at AC Milan, he created a new formation where he created the 4-4-2, kind of where they were 4-4-2 at. 4-4-2 was training then, and he made it. It was when I introduced the diamond style where he had too many midfielders and less attackers, and it's okay, fine, 2 strikers can be up front while I play 4 of the midfielders, and perhaps it worked because then what was training there was 4-3-3. You get or 4-4-2 flat, but now he made a 4-4-2 diamond, and since then it's been trending, and everybody is okay, fine. If I don't have this, I play my back three, I play one person behind the striker, and the two strikers are up front. It's worked for him. I think that's what he's going to go back to in the Brazil setup. And that was what worked for him last season. Again, when they won the league and the Champions League, that was what worked for him at Real Madrid.
I think it's going to
The
be
4-4-2 diamond.
I think it's going to be a perfect fit for both of them because Brazil has moved from all this their samba
4-3-3 and
samba. Everybody is
to being
direct football like Vinicius, Rodrigo, Martinelli,
everybody just wants to score
Rafinha.
goals.
Everybody just run and score goals. So I think Ancelotti is probably the right manager to get the best out of them. But let's see what happens.
But the thing is, the best manager to get them ahead to score goals, but also he doesn't take it. Like I said before, he's the one that will give you instruction in the dressing room and come and tell you, okay, enjoy yourself in the field. So that samba will still be there for the players that want to do samba. The likes of Vinicius, then they want to do the samba movement. They will still be there. You get. But if you do your samba finish and you no score goal, you'll get problem.
So let's see what if it's going to lead them to the World Cup because Brazil have not really done well, even in the Copa America in recent years, and they have not done well in the World Cup in recent years. So they have Ancelotti now. Let's see if Ancelotti is going to bring them to glory. Part of the plan is that the rumors that he's going to bring back Casemiro back.
Thank you.
Casemiro back to the squad. He has a good relationship with Casemiro, and he thinks he needs a mature guy in that midfield. So he's going to bring back Casemiro.
No be all this the DM from Party Wanderers so that they carry couple for team. Bruno Guimaraes, Paqueta. Midfield don't choke. You get Casemiro behind holding the ball. Bruno Guimaraes, I'll give you respect. And Paqueta. Not be wait that Nuno from Wolf. This other guy from second division Spain where they go bring for national team. They pain me. You're looking at the Brazil national team. Okay, apart from Vini, Rodrigo, who again? You say okay, Rafinha. Okay, these are the top three players that play for top teams. Who again you want to mention in the Brazil national team for the past 2 years? Top players that play for big club, none.
Okay, but let's.
You now start seeing players from Flamengo.
You now start seeing players like Paqueta.
Paqueta is a good player. Leave that thing. You leave that thing.
From West Ham.
At least, he don't win European trophy. Not be the other guy.
European trophy.
Now compare that Paqueta's results in that midfield to Jolinto's results in that midfield.
Okay, let's see.
You're not playing Jolinto in midfield for me. You're playing Bruno Guimaraes. No. Now Casemiro is back in the midfield. Now you have a credible defensive midfielder. You get that will allow the midfield to roam properly, do their thing properly, create their chances properly.
Okay, let's see if he's going to bring back Casemiro, but that's the rumor. Okay, Alonso moving to Real Madrid. Yeah, said goodbyes to Bayer Leverkusen. He's going to leave after the last game of the season this weekend. He's going to move to Real Madrid. They want to bring him because they want him to take them to the Club World Cup. I think it's a good way for you to start. Take them to a proper tournament. Try out your style in those proper. You might not win it, but try out your style. 3-4-3, any style you want to try. Try it in that tournament. It's not like a friendly. You know, in a friendly game, you can start a friendly game and remove first 11 and introduce another 11 in the second half just to test players. But in a proper tournament, like you're playing a proper tournament, this is a good way. He needs to come in early, start up early, and see what his team can do. He sees them on TV, but you have to implement your style in real tournaments. Now the rumors is that they need a center back and a left back. But generally, what do you make of Alonso and Real Madrid? I think it's a good match.
They need a right back.
Trent is coming.
Excuse me, Trent is just one person.
Carvajal is coming back from injury.
Please sell.
No.
I know said, see.
No.
Is
agree
this
that.
Holy cows in football that I don't really care about? Because let's be dispassionate for once. Carvajal bench.
He's going to no problem.
Carvajal bench as in third class bench with anchor and chain.
You can't
You know who Carvajal is.
I know send you. I know send you who you be.
Now look at it. Now players that don't go.
I know send you who you be. As if played in the better part of 365 days. Yes or no?
No, but they will not.
Thank you.
Mr. Ballon d'Or has he played in the better part of 365 days?
Thank you.
So because of this person get injured,
strap him straight to the bench.
So John.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Sign Trent. Sign a second right full back, and then keep Carvajal for leadership.
Which means for Man City now they also sell Rodri. Sign another defensive midfielder. Because he has not played for 1 year. See,
they are not the same age.
No, if that's your excuse.
They are not the same age.
See, they are prime.
They are not the same age.
Bro, wait.
Baba,
wait,
Baba is
wait.
past prime. Let's tell ourselves the truth.
He just won
If-
Euros last season.
He's past prime.
He won
Oga.
Champions League.
I won Euros.
I won
He's
Euros.
past prime.
And he's in the
Or
starting level for Spain.
anything when you want to talk.
It's not past his
He's
prime.
past prime.
He's not past his prime.
He's
Let me
past
let
prime.
me finish now. Look at a player who has not gone on injury. He's not a player that you say goes on injury frequently in a side. He went on just one injury that kept him out for 1 year.
He
You
don't
get-
concern me.
Now, and if you look at him defensively, he's okay.
He's sound.
Offensively,
He's
he
sound.
did.
He no
You
concern
get
me.
if the match don't choke and Trent is giving you numbers offensively, but defensively the team is going to exploit you and scoring you goal. And you need to change this team. You bring in Carvajal. I understand what you're saying by bringing in somebody else who is young and who is good. Then you have to go for Livramento. But now Newcastle don't want to say that one. You just come the club. You go there. You get now if you say let's go for right backs in Spain that could come in and fit that role. There are many of them.
You
But
see,
which of them
funny thing about
which
this
of them will come in
no,
and tell which
the
of them will
fun-
come in and tell you I am better than Carvajal? So far,
the
his
funny
record
thing
speaks
about this
the most.
conversation is it's Groundhog Day all over again.
That
This season we saw Real Madrid's back four get decimated with injuries,
mhm.
and we're playing the midfielders in defensive position. You sign Trent in.
Mm.
Trent picks up a knock in the season.
Carvajal plays.
Carvajal
Carvajal
plays.
plays. Carvajal is subprime. So let's say Carvajal has a run of games that is poor.
Oh.
What happens on that right flank?
Last season, how many goals? How many goals does he have?
It
That's
no
how
concern me. It no concern
That-
me.
that's
You
why
are
you
still
know-
setting up that team to have
That is why
a
you know
potential
Real
problem in
Madrid.
this
That is
season.
why that's why you know Real
And
Madrid person.
bro, I couldn't give a
we
rat's
know-
ass if I am a Real
we-
Madrid person
we
or
know-
manager. I
don't think
there
so.
are just some basics you
Mm.
need to have in your team, which is you need to have backup and cover for positions in that team. And if you are
like we
telling me,
said,
if you are telling
Carvajal
me,
is enough.
excuse me, if you are telling me that building this Real Madrid team on that right back position around Trent and Carvajal, you have cover, bro, you need to rethink your thing.
They did it with Carvajal and this guy. What's this guy that are going to let go?
Vasquez.
Vasquez.
That is playing this season. Carvajal, Vasquez. Even Carvajal throughout this season, Vasquez has been playing in that position.
Bro, Carvajal and Vasquez, what's the output?
Now
They won the Champions League 2 years ago.
You are talking about
You
trophies.
break my heart.
You won the Champions League 2 years ago.
Now, wait,
You
calm
don't
down, John.
consign me. You don't consign me.
John.
What was your output in the league?
John, okay, fine. The output in the league. Last season they won the league.
Last 2 seasons they won the league.
What was your output in the league?
Let's say last 2 seasons. Barca won the league. Javi's first season.
Okay, yeah.
Last season they won the league.
They won the league last
That's
season.
the output in the league. Last season they won the league. They won the Champions League. They won the Super Cup.
Then the
They
following
won-
season, what happened? Carvajal packed up for
in
1 year.
this season now.
Excuse me. Carvajal packed up for 1 year. There's no cover in that position. And that position is wide open.
That is why
and
they
that's
have
what
brought
I'm
in-
saying.
That is why they have brought
Excuse
in
me,
Trent.
that's what I'm saying.
Mm.
You keep thinking about, let's say, a 2 option in the right back position. That's what you keep thinking about.
You
Best-
see, he should be the
best
third
of-
man. Carvajal cannot
excuse
be
me.
your third man.
Best alternative is you have 1 or 2 seasons, and then you have a season like you've had now where you go trophyless.
Let me
And all I'm saying is, champions don't think that way.
let me tell you, if you are playing in a big club, most times you have 2 qualities in one position. You cannot have 3 qualities.
You
in
cannot
one
have 3
position.
qualities.
Bro,
It's just the same
except
two.
Carvajal time has passed.
Well, I don't know. I don't know
You know,
how.
Simple and short.
See, that was the same thing we said about Toni Kroos. Toni Kroos time
Modric
has
has
passed.
been playing still,
We
can play
wait,
with
now.
Nobody can be playing. What's his output?
but he's still at the club.
He no concern me. He's at the club at the mercy of whoever is in
And he won
charge.
the Champions League last season.
Irrespective.
The point is that Carvajal and Trent is better for that. If they need another third one, they should promote somebody from their academy.
Go to
Simple.
League
But to
2,
buy 3
La Liga 2,
to
and
go
bring
to
some
market
player.
and after having Trent and Carvajal and go and buy a
player.
top player for right back, they will not do
We
it.
said,
Everybody
we
knows.
said this was the
they
same
will not
thing
do
on
it.
Saturday. We said about Arsenal. If they go to the market, get 1 replacement for each position, not 4 replacements for each
They
position.
cannot have
You
3
cannot have
stars
top
in-
players
in
sitting
one
on the
position.
bench. No, you
In
have
one
Carvajal.
season.
You have
Did I say you should get a top star?
Like
I
I said-
said get a backup to Trent.
and
Promote
Carvajal is the
simple.
backup to
Promote-
Trent.
Promote somebody from the academy.
Carvajal is the backup to Trent.
Because Carvajal
Why
is
the
best.
backup to
Carvajal
this
is a
backup?
backup to Trent.
But, for now, as he comes in, we know if Trent comes into the side now,
Okay.
he starts.
Yeah, he might
He
start.
starts. Then if you have defensive record, Carvajal comes in.
And it's going to go
Now-
for Carvajal too,
now-
because he will play less minutes, so he will not be prone to injuries.
He's
like
not
playing
even
almost
prone to
alone.
injuries.
It's not
like
by
that.
it's not by playing
Because
less
under
minutes. This less minutes wey he dey promote now, he can pick that injury in training.
Anybody can pick injury.
Thank you.
Even Vinicius can pick injury.
James Madison,
injury
wait,
and
James
go
Madison,
out of the season.
James Madison,
Nobody
wait,
would have believed that Rodri.
James Madison, wait, season don't end like this.
Madison is always
No,
injury
it's not
guy.
even always for
My
this
own
thing.
is that he
I thought
picks- No,
has
he
it
picks
got-
injury once in a while. But something like Rodri doesn't even go on injury. He can play 4 years straight. In fact, for the time, this is the first time I can remember Rodri going on injury more than 2 weeks. He just gets a knock and goes
Go
and
2
come back.
weeks,
So
come back
it
and
happens
it's
to players. It's
And
not
same thing with Carvajal. So it happens
sometimes.
and you're out of the season.
Okay,
Okay, when
but
you should talk about Real Madrid
This
getting
is what
players
we
now.
call delusion.
It's left back.
This is what we call delusion.
Let's talk about Real Madrid getting players now. It's okay, Fran Garcia is playing left back. Felamendi is on and off.
Always
I mean,
injured.
I know since beginning of for a long time, I don't talk and say I don't trust Felamendi. You can sell Felamendi, Fran Garcia can play there, sell that Alaba guy, get proper CM, what's called CB. Proper centre backs. Militao cannot continue to do these errors because Militao is like another good
He not even play this season.
He not play this season. And even if he play, anytime he play, he always commit one blunder where they need to go. You get so Militao out.
You cannot sell Militao. He's still 25 years. You cannot sell him.
But the errors he keeps making in defense is my
we
problem.
won't
So
complain,
Militao
he will
out,
play.
Asensio is there already. You get in somebody else. If you're talking about okay, let's get players in the centre back positions. I will understand. For Real Madrid, they need to get players in the centre back position because the only credible players they have right now is Rudiger and Asensio because Asensio from academy has come in to prove himself. You get so Rudiger and Asensio are the only credible defense centre half they have. So apart from these two, which other players can they get in?
Alonso coming in. What formation do you think he will play? Will fit in 3-4-3 or 4-4-3? 4-3-3. Which one do you think is going? Because he plays both formation with Bayer Leverkusen. He plays 3 at the back. He plays 4 at the back, depending on how he wants to. And they play the same style. That passing around and sometimes passing.
When they play 4 at the back, when they play 4 at the back, you'll see the DM.
and
you'll
He
see
plays the same style.
I'm just saying he plays like almost like Hansi Flick. He holds the ball and he goes direct at the same time. He combines the two style of play. So, but if you look at this Real Madrid,
Real Madrid don't pass around.
you know if he play that 3 at the back for Real Madrid, he go hard though.
He might.
He might try it out.
Because
He's
wait,
going to play 4 at the back. Let's see.
Now,
Just you watch and see.
you know, say, when coaches they experiment, you get they define their identity. When you experiment, you find your identity. Amorim has experimented at spotting his identity. He wants to play 3 at the back. This man at what's it called, Fatih Wanderers. At first, Fatih Wanderers under the respect to Santos plays 3 at the back. And now you see Nuno they play 4 at the back for Nottingham Forest, but he plays 3 at the back. Naturally, that's his stronghold. 3 at the back. Now this man, most of the games he won was 3 at the back he played with. In Spain, if you come to Real Madrid and say you want to play 3 at the back, fine. You can play 3 at the back in Spain. You have what's it called? If you want to switch to 4 at the back, then you have a Tchouaméni go to the DM. But if you want to play 3 at the back, you say okay, fine. Let me just bring Tchouaméni to that centre half position. Rudiger and Asensio should be in both sides. You get when you hold the ball, and sure when you hold ball, position will change, formation will change on paper, and you will change while you move forward. So I think for him, he can experiment both sides and see what.
He has a proper tournament to experiment. 3 at the back will be hard because Real Madrid don't even have a defenders to play that 3 at the back.
Now,
So it's going to be
I
tough
think
for him to
Rudiger will
start.
be back next week.
Even if he's back.
Now,
he's
if
going to
Rudiger
be-
is back next week and you play 3 at the back, it means you don't have a sub. Because like now, this season, let's say throughout this season, the centre back we've seen is Tchouaméni and Rudiger mostly. Then we have Asensio. So you want to play 3 at the back and looking at your defense line and you're seeing Rudiger, Tchouaméni, and Asensio.
I think for me.
Now, like I said, if you play these 3 at the back, then you don't have sub.
I think
No
he's
no
going
players
to-
on the bench
I
to
think
play
he's
the
going
back.
to start with 2 at play 2
4 at the back, yes.
and try with that because the thing about not formation is where they will play. I think they are trying to bring in a new style of play because the truthfully is that Perez, even though they've been winning trophies, but he's always jealous of Barcelona. He wants that style of play where they hold on to the ball. Because somehow Real Madrid wins game and but he's looking for a coach that can actually turn Real Madrid to a better team that in style of play they play better and every way they play better. But let's see what Alonso is going to do. Do you think that he's going to do well at Real Madrid? He has Hansi Flick, who has just signed a 2-year contract at Barcelona just yesterday.
So I think it's a good one for Alonso, but I would say, is he going to do well at Madrid? Yes. Is he going to be a 1-season fix? I don't think it's going to be a one season fix.
Okay, well, let's see what happens. So, do you think he's going to do well?
In his first half season at Leverkusen, when he came in 2022, you saw how the record, it was shaky. Nobody knew he was going to do exceptionally well. But bro, in his first full season, he dominated. You get, so for a smart manager, you know, you just come look around, see the players you have, test your legs in. I think he's testing his feet in cold water now, and perhaps after this one, he's going to dominate.
And number two, they should give him time. Oh,
Mm.
that's another thing. Give him at least 1 or 2 years. Not after next year, when I come and sack him. I
And
know
isn't
if he goes
please,
trophyless.
as after the World Cup, because they said the transfer window will start, then during the World Cup it will close, then after the World Cup it will continue. Now after the World Cup, please sign him players. Don't go to the market and look for Okrika.
I think they're probably going to look for I think rumors now is just a defender and a left back, because that midfield is a little bit choked. Unless they need a creative if you said they are going to move Gula to proper midfield for him to play that number 10. But strike, they don't go buy striker there. Striker Yapa for that place. But let's see what happens.
Thank you.
27 possibly score 27.
No, only one striker now. No, only one.
Okay, better striker. Okay, let's see what he's going to do. Okay,
because at that time Benzema Day, Joselu Day, Ronaldo Day. No, they get to at least 2 strikers.
Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube and both FM Sport, and just as Sonto is saying, Carvajal is not the same age with Rodri, but I believe he still has the dog in him. He will not be disposed like that. Yes, I don't think he's going to be disposed like that. He's their captain. I think he's going to play 1 more season. I think it's about
2 more seasons, so
maybe let's try 1 more season. I think this when you reach like Modric, they're going to give him every year, they renew his contract every year. But let's see what happens with it. And Chooks is saying Madrid love making a lot of signings, but at the end of the day, they will be in crisis and start looking for the scapegoat.
Yes.
Okay,
this time around is Ancelotti.
Let's see who is they going to buy for Alonso this next season, coming next season. Okay, let's open the phone line and get your contribution, especially about this Real Madrid matter. The number to call is 0706 048 5853. Yeah, hello, good morning. Good morning. Name and location. Your name is what? Okay, Emeka, where are you calling from? Okay, from Kano. Okay.
Yes. I always enjoy you guys' commentary or analysis. I've been an adept listener for a while now.
Oh wow, thank you very much.
I want to say something, please, particularly to John. You shouldn't be offended. I love his analysis, but sometimes he overanalyzes, and there's a saying, when you overanalyze so much analysis leads to paralysis. And sometimes another thing he does is he uses foul words. You're on air.
Foul words.
Using foul words like rat ass. It's not really good for the listeners.
Yeah, I understand
and
that.
Another thing, when someone else is talking, she should try to listen, not be saying stuff like
no, wait, I understand what you are saying. Is the bank?
If you are saying your own community, somebody will listen. When someone is trying to say their own community, will be like, concern me.
Yeah.
Please.
Wait.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Right, thank you very much.
I think it's just the banter. The banter is when you do banter, you argue. You argue between each other. It's not necessary. If you now do it, one person will talk and one person will keep quiet. It becomes like a debate, like panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, and court debaters. And now I'll be the lawyer and I'll ask John, what do you think? And everybody will keep quiet. John will talk, and I'll ask Nonso will now talk, and all those things. No, we do it so that this argument and banter, it's not that we are fighting. It's to make the show fun. We are not doing a school debate. We are just having fun. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning, everybody in the studio.
Good
morning.
Name and location, please.
John, good morning.
Good morning, Alan brother.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
Alhamdulillah, Alan brother, calling from Sample.
Okay. What is your contribution?
Yes, I'm not here to put more for Madrid. I just want to ask question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where is Mavis? I don't used to hear her voice again.
Okay, Mary is no longer with us now.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Okay, no wahala.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much. Okay. in the MPFL in the weekend, games happened in the MPFL in the weekend. Rangers won at the weekend. Good result for Rangers, beating. They beat Castletown United 4-0. Good game for Rangers International. Even though they are not going to, except they win the Presidential Cup, they are going to win. If they win the Presidential Cup, they will go for Continentals next season. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
My name is August. So in that listen you're talking, is John is this thing John is doing that I like in this
That's the point. That's the guy. Everybody has their own opinion on how they want to see it. You understand?
When you begin to see, if you see me watch and listen to your program, sometimes I begin to laugh. I can talk to somebody will be chained on the bench. So when the season finishes, what will you be discussing?
I understand that.
As the season is finishing now, what will you be discussing?
No, talk
Club World Cup day now.
Football story they finish.
I know they finished. Transfer.
Football story they finish.
Transfer.
Transfer market
SS.
now we can't know who they do player profiling. You do player profiling, help your club find players too. Help your club cause like now we did Enugu. I feel recommend some players here to go to West Ham and play, you know.
Please don't even
And
try that.
they will go and win trophies again. So we'll go.
You recommend?
I can just call okay, I don't have Grand Potter's number, that's the thing. I'll call Moyes on phone and tell him I have a player for you. And hey, you come and look for players in Enugu here, and that'll be it. So
You can do that we're applying now.
no. Now under from 22 and below, now they are the send go Europe from 22 and any player below 22, send him my way. And if he's good, don't worry.
This is Nigeria now. Bring affidavit.
I want original bet search, please.
Oh,
Original.
All right.
You know
I
the
like
one.
that.
Nah. Because of what you talk now,
Thank you.
I will go pay from only secondary schools. I'll go meet the principal of every secondary school. They give me player, all their students.
Weekly.
Okay, let's take more phone calls. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
morning.
Name and location, please.
John and Grayson.
Good morning.
Good
Name
morning.
and location, please.
Michael from Karak.
Okay, Michael. Okay, what is your contribution?
I beg. That's of my brother. I don't know why I hear voice. I came from Isuka.
No be lie.
As Chelsea they lose now, you go hear a voice.
Make it right for the beg. And the beg when I'm not going to try to educate us about the transfer. And not be one talk who go there.
No, definitely.
Transfer they come.
It comes
Because
in,
after this month now, transfer after 31st,
No.
transfer go rumors go begin
Transfer
to fly.
everywhere.
These clubs are
Like every day.
Clubs are-
They touch at least see. Make who they know now.
No, clubs, they make silent- Club- clubs they make silent
With
moves.
the John, everything go end.
Okay.
No, clubs they make silent moves for now. They never make loud move. Not be their loss to own.
For that,
Madrid.
Okay.
I believe, and that's a lot. I wish him for Brazil national team. They have done well for the club side.
All right. Thank you.